Hi guys, my name is Patricia, but everyone calls me Patty. I'll be your tour guide today. I was trying to talk directly into the camera when I was on this trail with you, but this is what happens when I walk and talk at the same time.
You could be here with Chicas Bravas.
I am clumsy, but really I was just so worried about making everything perfect, I literally fell over myself. So I do apologize for the voiceover if it seems impersonal, but I just wanted to make an awesome video for you guys. So with that being said, here we are at the Visitor Center at Zion National Park. We have just finished parking, and I would give yourself at least an extra 20 or 30 minutes of time to find parking as the spots are limited and fill up fast. This is where you show your shuttle tickets, which you need to have pre-booked ahead of time from Recreation.gov. They are very strict about shuttle time, so plan accordingly. Right after they check your tickets, you enter the waiting area, which is Shuttle Stop 1, located at the Visitor Center. They are very strict about COVID-19 regulations, so you need to wear your mask while at the Visitor Center and on the shuttle. It is very empty considering they attract over 4 million visitors a year. This is inside the shuttle, and they have limited seats which they don't overcrowd with people standing. The last shuttle runs at 8:15 p.m., and as you can see, there aren't many seats. A lot of stops are currently closed, so plan accordingly. Also, don't feed the wildlife. I thought that poster was funny. The Emerald Pools are located at the Grotto, which is Shuttle Stop 6. On our road trip, we also hiked Angel's Landing, which is also located at the Grotto Stop 6 as well. Click on the link above to watch the video on that. I cover the Zion shuttle tickets, which you will need for each person in your group pre-booked ahead of time. Again, the park is being pretty serious about COVID-19 restrictions, so much we were told that there was a $5,000 fine for trying to climb Scout's Tower at the top of Angel's Landing. Bummer. But it was still a great view. From what we have learned, you can try to park your car near the trailhead for your planned hike, but each lot has roughly 60 to 80 spots, so having shuttle tickets would be necessary as well as having a hike spot and time planned ahead. We noticed campgrounds a few miles away from the Visitor Center, as well as a lodge if you prefer a more cozy indoor experience. The Zion Lodge is located at Shuttle Stop 5, which is also the trail end for the Emerald Pool Trail that we are on now. So like I mentioned, I'm here today to be your tour guide through the Emerald Pools at Zion National Park. There are 3 separate hiking locations on Emerald Pools Trail: the lower, middle, and upper pools. There are a few points of interest that can be confusing, so I hope my video clarifies the tricky stuff, so if you are planning a trip here, I can help you prepare so you can enjoy your trip as much as possible. As your tour guide, a little about myself, you ask? Heavens, well, I love to travel and see the world, learn about culture and experiences, all that a place has to offer. I also love helping people and sharing things with them. I love all this so much, I started a travel company called Chicas Bravas. The idea came from some of my girlfriends who were huge travelers, and they finally got me to go on an adventure with them to see the world. It opened my eyes up so much, I knew in my heart this was my calling, and that is why I'm here today, sharing this video and all future videos to come. Chicas Bravas and myself are here to help you build the trip of your dreams. I want the world to fall in love with, well, the world. To appreciate nature, beautiful scenery like you see here at Zion National Park, learn about wildlife, different cultures, try new hobbies, explore the great outdoors, see new things, and live life to the fullest. To me, that's what life is all about, and we are here to offer that to you.
Welcome to Chicas Bravas.
As you can see, the road starts off mellow and on pretty flat terrain. The ground is more natural, made up of loose dirt, as opposed to the Angel's Landing Trail, which paths were paved with concrete. There was only loose dirt at the very top of Angel's Landing, which was a 1,500-foot hike up. It was tough. Today's hike at the Emerald Pools is 350 feet up and 3 miles round trip if you go all the way to the upper pools, but it is a strenuous hike. If you stop at the middle pools, it is 150 feet up and 2 miles round trip, and that would be considered a difficult hike. And the lower pools are 70 feet up and 1.2 miles round trip and would be considered an easy hike. Regardless of difficulty level, always make sure you have enough water on a hike. I highly recommend getting a Camelbak backpack like the one you see me using on this hike. This one holds 3 liters of water and has many pockets to store flashlights, first aid kits, snacks, your phone, etc. That's usually what I bring on every hike to be safe. I recently acquired the fanny pack I am wearing from the Hard Rock Cafe in Baltimore. It was also on clearance for $10. The key is it's vinyl and lightweight, which is perfect for hiking, hot climates, and easy access to store your phone or camera to take out for pictures, which I recommend for comfort. The climate in the west is sneaky and very hot. Currently on this hike, the temperature is 95 degrees, which feels more like 110 under the direct sun. I'm also wearing a hat and neck scarf, which helps with sunshade. And again, guys, don't forget,
You could be here with Chicas Bravas.
keeping your phone out of direct sunlight is most important, so even though the fanny pack isn't super hikey looking, it gets the job done, and that is most important. Second in safety is proper shoes. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen people hiking serious trails with half a bottle of water and flip-flops. Okay, no, this is a recipe for disaster. I live in Arizona and have heard many stories of such hikers dying on trails due to lack of water and improper shoes that lead them to sliding off a rock and falling off a mountain ledge. Please, if nothing else, wear proper shoes and bring enough water. Now, remember I said there was a few tricky things about these trails? The Emerald Pools have 3 separate locations, lower, middle, and upper. I recommend heading to the upper pools first because the trail leads out and closes through the lower pools, so you'll be backtracking if you start at the lower pools. Here we are at the upper pools, which I mentioned is a 350 feet hike up and is 3 miles round trip to the end if you decide to go all the way. It's totally worthwhile spot and you won't be disappointed at the view. It's surrounded by a majestic waterfall and breathtaking backdrops. Its gigantic cliffs and peaks are worth it if you have time, and it's a perfect spot for capturing plenty of good pictures. It has plenty of large rocks to sit on if you would like, and it's so large there was plenty of space to practice social distancing. It's also quite shaded and cool from the waterfall, so it makes a great place to take a break, catch some awesome pictures, and rest before heading back down. We captured some footage coming back down the hike so you can get an idea of what to expect from this journey. Again, guys, it is so beautiful, we couldn't stop taking pictures, as you can see here. So
Imagine yourself here with Chicas Bravas.
we are headed back down, and wow, what a view. This is why I recommend having things to store phones and cameras in, because this place is so special, definitely one of a kind, and worthy of becoming a YouTube video, if not epic Instagram pictures. I'm still here, don't worry. I'm sure after that epic fall, some of you were worried if I fell off a cliff. I get it, but that slip reminded me of the lesson safety first always, which is why this video is a voiceover. I was trying to capture footage to make a commercial for my travel company. Hopefully you enjoy the small bits I got before I stopped being silly. Here's the company mission for you.
We're women empowering women through travel and adventure. Our goal is for you to have a safe and awesome journey, and we're going to help you build the trip of your dreams.
Okay, at least when I was walking backwards, I knew I wasn't near a ledge, so please be cautious out there. Alright, so I would say that as we're heading back down from the upper pools, you have way better photography points because of the higher elevation, and you can really capture the scale of these majestic mountains. Well, hopefully you're enjoying my tour so far. We are more than halfway through. I did stop several times just to appreciate how beautiful it all was.
So beautiful. Yeah, the colors, all the different tones, how massive they are. Because it's so interesting to see trees grow out of desert stone.
So with that being said, a little word from our sponsor.
You could be here at Chicas Bravas Travel, where our trips are fun, effective, and empowering.
As we've been hiking Zion National Park, we've noticed a lot of hikers that have walking poles. They are used to help stabilize yourself for hikes where the ground is very uneven and possibly slippery. We don't have any ourselves, but would be very handy on the trails at Zion National Park if you do have them. So I would highly recommend bringing them. Here we are waiting for a large group to pass. We are at a higher elevation point, so I feel it's just polite to wait for others to pass and you will be still. It's also a great safety measure instead of just bulldozing through the walkways and possibly knocking someone down. Trails at Zion are narrow, so always remember safety first and be kind to others. So I would say between the upper and middle pools, it was about a 25-minute hike. Here we are arriving at the middle pools. If you stop here, it's 150 feet up and 2 miles round trip. It's basically a small pool of water runoff from the upper pools that overlooks the cliff, and it's directly above the lower pools, which are a very epic scene, so stay tuned. Remember that fork in the road we mentioned earlier that split to the upper and lower pools? Well, we have made it back and are heading down for the lower waterfall. Here are the steps we head down to reach the lower pools once we pass through the crack in the rocks. The waterfalls in this area are really pretty and so calming. couldn't stop recording this beautiful road under the waterfall that we take to exit out and head out to the trail. But first, more pictures.
Little waterfall right here.
The trail has a few information boards about the waterfalls along the way, like the one you see here. It really is such an amazing view. We are making our way back past the waterfall and towards the Zion Lodge and at the end of the trail. It's pretty flat terrain on the sidewalk the rest of the way back. It was a pleasant walk back and very easy, which made a great break after the hike up. You still get an amazing view if you decide to do just the Lower Pools Trail, which is 75 feet up and 1.2 miles round trip. When we booked this hike, we planned to go on the Narrows, but there had been a serious bacteria issue in the water and we do not have waterproof shoes. The Narrows Trail has a cross-body stream and your body would be submerged in at least ankle to knee deep water. So we opted out for the Emerald Pools because we were told there was ice cream at the end. Sold. The ice cream is located at the Zion Lodge where they have a cafeteria that offers burgers, sandwiches, sodas, and other small snacks. So we made it to the bridge and the end of the trail. We are heading towards the Zion Lodge to grab a snack and rest. As much as I love hiking, it's a beautiful sight to see as this 3-mile trip up in the sun felt a bit draining. I know the water looks refreshing, but remember there is a bacteria issue, so please be careful with yourself, children, and animals. So we're heading back to the lodge, and that's also where the shuttle picks you up, and well, there it goes. Remember, the last one picks up at 8:15 p.m., and it is several miles walk back to the shuttle, stop 1, where we parked. As we head back towards the crosswalk, you can see people riding their bicycles, which is also allowed during the restrictions, but there are limitations. In the description below, I've included links for not only the Camelbak backpacks, but also from the Park Service regarding COVID restrictions for biking and camping. Also, park alerts such as the bacteria in the water issue. The Zion Lodge normally has an indoor cafeteria, but due to COVID-19 restrictions, inside dining is currently closed. You can still order at the window and eat on the grass. They also have restrooms and an adorable gift shop, but it does have limited capacity for the number of shoppers, and you have to wear a mask inside. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Leave any comments or questions you may have for me. If you enjoyed my tour today, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for future travel videos. Till next time, guys.